Welcome back! Today I want to show you how to make a slipknot and crochet a chain. It's really simple once you get the hang of it, but if you're completely new to crochet, it can feel a little bit tricky at first. This summer my teenage daughter and I taught ourselves to crochet, and now I would like to share our new hobby with you. So today we'll go step by step through how to make a slipknot, hold your yarn and hook, crochet a series of chain stitches to form a foundation chain, and finish it off so it's ready to use in your next crochet project. You can use your finished chain as a cord for a drawstring bag, or even as a simple bracelet, yarn tie, or practice piece before moving on to basic crochet stitches like single or double crochet. So let's get started. What you will need: some yarn, any type of yarn will do, but a smooth cotton yarn or acrylic yarn in a light color is easy to work with. A crochet hook. I'm using a 4mm crochet hook, but if your yarn label recommends a different size, you can use that. A pair of scissors and a little patience. If you're not sure what hook size to use, check the yarn label. There's usually a suggested size listed. And if you're really new to all of this, using a slightly larger hook can help you see your stitches more clearly while you practice. Okay, the first thing we'll do is make a slipknot. This is the starting point for most crochet patterns, and it's the loop that will go onto your hook. Here's how I like to do it. Take your yarn and wrap it around 2 fingers. I use my index finger and middle finger of my dominant hand. Then pull the end of the yarn through to make a loop. Now that you have your slipknot on the hook, we can start making your foundation chain. So here's how to do it. Hold your crochet hook in your right hand or in your dominant hand. With your left hand or your other hand, take the working yarn and loop it around your pinky and ring finger. Then under your middle finger and over your pointer finger or index finger. This is just one way to guide the yarn. It helps give you a bit of control. Now take the tip of the hook, go under the yarn from below, not over the top. Turn the hook slightly and pull the yarn through the first loop on your hook. And that's your first chain stitch. Repeat that same movement. Hook the yarn from below, turn it a little, pull it through the loop. Each time you do this, you're creating a new crochet chain stitch, and together they will form your starting chain. You can make as many as you like, depending on what you're making. If this is your first crochet project, here's something that really helped me when I was learning. Try practicing for just 10 minutes at a time. You don't have to get it perfect all at once. In fact, I often find it easier to try something new for a few minutes, walk away and come back to it a day or 2 later. It's like your brain keeps working on it in the background, even when you're not actively doing it. And when you try again, it often feels a little easier. This approach can really help you avoid frustration and enjoy the process more. You don't need to be fast or perfect, just keep going a little bit at a time, and your hands will remember what to do. Crochet is a new skill and it takes a moment to get used to the movements. If you're a beginner, learning later in life like I was, be kind to yourself and let it be slow. How to count your chains. If you're following a crochet pattern, it might tell you to make a specific number of chains, like 30 or 60 or more. So how do you count them? Look at the front of the chain. You will see little V shapes, almost like tiny arrows. Each one of those V's is a chain stitch. Start counting from the first complete stitch under your hook. Don't count the loop that's still on your hook, and just go one by one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on. If you ever lose track, it's okay to start over or just eyeball the length you want, especially for practice pieces or things like drawstring cords. You can also use a stitch marker to mark every 10 or 20 chains as you go if you're making a long foundation row. And I started counting from the wrong side, so you start counting from the crochet hook. How to finish off your chain. Once your foundation chain is as long as you need it for a drawstring, a bracelet, or just practice, you will want to finish it off so it doesn't unravel. Here's the best way to do that. Cut the end of the yarn, leaving a tail that's about 10 to 15 centimeters long. A little longer if you're going to sew it into something later. Yarn over one last time, just like you're making a regular chain, and pull the tail all the way through the working loop on your hook. Gently pull it tight, and that's it. You've now got a completed series of chain stitches, your very first crochet piece. Your finished beginning chain might seem small, but there are so many good ideas for how to use it. Here are a few. Like I said, you can use it for a small sewn drawstring bag or pouch. You can use it as a bracelet or headband. Just tie the ends together, which is great for kids. You can use it as a practice base. You can use it as decoration. Use different yarn weights and colors to make chains for gift wraps, garlands, or wall hangings. Or you could make a pet toy. Make a few long chains and braid or knot them for a DIY toy. Okay, and that's it for today. Thanks very much for watching, and I see you again next time.